Give them a broad smile, and if they're not smiling at you, I will give you a chance to change and go get a very different neighbor who is motivated and ambitious. Sawa sawa. Ask them how is their week. Ask them how was your weekend. I'm not your neighbor, my friend. What did they say? How was your weekend? It was short. We get such kind of answers a lot. It was a very short weekend. It can never be short and sweet. I'm hoping you guys are ready for the next 90 days. Are you guys ready? I'm hoping that you're super ready. I myself am very, very excited about what is about to happen this year. We have a lot that is in store, and we have a lot that we actually set to achieve this year. And I'm hoping 100% that we are set for it. And one of the things that's going to help us is a preparation. Because we say success is found when preparation meets opportunity. Do you understand? So you must get prepared. So we have goals that we set this year. We recently launched our new campaign and our new organization, the Alpha Unicorn Group. And we know what we want to achieve with the Alpha Unicorn Group. We want to generate over $1 billion in sales in the next 5 years. And we have to prepare for that. We have to get ready and we have to have a plan for that. And this is just the beginning of it. And this year, we set to achieve a lot. We set to go to trips. We set to, get a lot of people to achieve their ranks. We set to get a lot of people to get the millionaire circle mark. And this is going to be the beginning. So today, I'll talk to you about what a game plan is all about. So we're going to have our pre-launch from today to date 8 of January, not of February. And on 10th, we are going to launch the game plan officially. In K3, I understand that you guys are launching your game plan on 30th. And if you belong to that office, I will encourage you to go and run with them. Go and do what? Go and do what? Don't get confused that you want to run with this team, you want to run. No. You're already launching a game plan. Sameshak is an amazing leader. He knows what he's doing. He understands what he's doing. You come here to get knowledge. You come here to get what we do, but do not follow. Just be a student. Be a what? Yes, because if you take 2 books today, one book says, if you do this, you will become successful. Another book says, if you do this, you will fail. What book should you read? What book should you read? You need to read both books and make up your own mind. So every decision you make, every result of the things that you do must be a decision of your own mind. It must be things that are coming from your own brain. So you read both books and make up your own mind. So let's talk about a game plan. So pick what you will pick and follow what you will follow and understand what a game plan is all about. Now, let me start. What is a 90 days game plan? So a 90 days game plan is simply a business building strategy that is used to accomplish measurable outcomes and massive action in an accelerated amount of time. So you have to note that it's a business building strategy. It is a what? It is a strategy. So if you have a business or you have a goal that you want to achieve, you must set up a plan. And a plan is what we call a strategy. So if you have a game plan, it means that you have a strategy of how you are going to achieve your goals. So a 90 days game plan is simply a strategy to build your business. But now, it being a strategy to build your business, it is done in an accelerated amount of time. What do I mean? That everything that you're supposed to do in the next 5 years, 4 years, or 3 years, you want to accomplish all that in a span of 90 days. You want to keep laser focus for 90 days, and you want to concentrate on the things that matter to build your business. Do you understand? So it being a business strategy, it is set to achieve a certain outcome and to achieve some measurable goals. So that means before you begin your game plan, you must have written goals and you must define what is it that you want to achieve. Because if you don't know what to achieve in the 90 days game plan, then there is no need of you having a game plan from the beginning. Because a goal is what is going to tell you how much is it that you want to achieve within that period of time. For example, as we say that you want to generate $1 billion in sales in the next 5 years. So we must have a plan. This is a goal. This is what we want to be the outcome. So what is the plan of us generating $1 billion in sales? So that is what is called a plan. Do you understand? So there is a lot that you can achieve in a 90 days game plan. In fact, in a 90 days game plan, you can move from average to extraordinary. From just earning 5-figure or 0 income to earning multiple 6-figure income. From earning a 6-figure income to earning a 7 or an 8-figure income. That is how good and effective a 90 days game plan is. So why is a 90 days game plan effective? I want to know that a 90 days game plan is effective because of velocity. Success requires a lot of speed. You see, you cannot keep doing addition and subtraction in your business and expect you to become successful. It does not work like that. It requires velocity. Velocity is simply a speed at which a certain object is moving. So what speed are you moving? What speed are you taking action? What is the time between you taking the first action to the second action? Because that's what is going to determine your speed. If you prospect one person, and the next time you have the next contact is 10 days or 20 days, that is a very slow speed. What if you can do 20 every day, 30 every day, 40 in a week, 50 in a week? That is called velocity. So success requires a lot of speed. Success requires what? Success requires a lot of speed. Let me give you an example. If you're having a plane, let's assume this is a plane. This is a plane, an amazing plane that is moving. This is a runway. So for the plane being in a runway, for this plane to take off, it must go at 100% full throttle. If it goes at a 70% throttle, it cannot take off. If the pilot gives it 90% throttle, it cannot take off. If it is given 99% throttle, it cannot take off until the plane goes at 100% full throttle. So have you ever seen a plane moving at a very low speed before it takes off? No, it moves at a very high speed before it takes off. But something that is very interesting, when this plane takes off and it reaches a certain speed, even if 2 of the 3 or 2 of the 5 or the 2 of 1 of the 2 engines fail, that plane will keep moving in that same speed, in that same direction, because it cannot just calm down immediately because it had already gained momentum. So you're building a 90 days game plan because you want to build momentum in your business. If there is no momentum in your business, there is no money being made in your business, there is no progress. And the reason why you're in business is to make progress. So momentum is very important to build your business. And how you build momentum is by having a 90 days game plan and moving with speed. Speed cannot be built, momentum cannot be built if there is no speed. Tumeelewana? So what's the difference between a high speed and a low speed? The difference is very simple. The distance or the time that you take from one action to the next action. My friend, this is off. There's a problem here. Okay, now, what's that? Who prayed? You prayed. Now, this business is easier built fast than built slow. Building the business slow means that all what you do is addition and subtraction. You have to accept that in our business, there are people who will come and then always people who are moving out. There's somebody who is getting started today and there's somebody who is quitting today. There's somebody who will be added in the group today and there's a person who will leave the group today. So it's addition and subtraction. So if you're building a business very slow, it means you're building a business by addition and subtraction. But if you're building a business fast, it means that there are more people who are coming in than those who are leaving. And it is easier to maintain it because now you have momentum. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay. Now again, intensity attracts. When somebody gets to your team and they find momentum, and they find that there's a very accelerated burst of energy, they're likely to be attracted by that. People don't get started in teams where action is not being taken. That's why if you slow down as a leader, your team tends to slow down. This means if you're not swimming, you decided to move out of the swimming pool, now you are seated outside, basking the sun. Everybody in your team wants to do the same. So they'll move out of the swimming pool and they want to bask the sun together with you. But if you're moving with speed and they find you in that kind of momentum, They get attracted, and by nature, they also get into action, and they also get to produce results. So for me, if you'd ask me a secret for retention, a secret for people staying in your team, is simply momentum. And momentum is when action is being taken, when there is speed in your organization. Then it creates a lot of excitement. When people are achieving, when people are doing things, when things are happening, because let me tell you this, if you're taking action, results is inevitable. As far as you're taking action, results will always be there. And if results are there, excitement is always created. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and excitement is what is needed in our business. If there is no excitement and enthusiasm in our business, nobody gets attracted to this business. So you have to get excited. And that excitement is brought by having a 90 days game plan. A 90 days game plan accelerates the excitements. It creates a lot of results and builds stories. You see, if you're just new in business or you're below 1 year in business, it is important that you run a 90 days game plan. Immediately you get started. But because you're going to build a beautiful story. Can you imagine, after 2 years, you telling someone that within your first 90 days of you being in business, you hit your first 300K, you hit your first 500K, within your first year, you hit your first million. That is an amazing story. Than you saying it took you 2 years for you to hit your first million, for you to hit your first 100K. And do you know this? That you'll eventually get to that income level. But it's you to determine how much time do you want to take for you to get to that income level. We know that if you keep moving, if you keep the consistency, everybody here will earn 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 a month. It is possible because you need to follow a system, you need to follow a path that has already been built for you. And so, you're following a path, it means that if you follow a path that I followed, a path that another successful person followed, you're actually going to get there. But the timeline differs. And what brings the difference in timeline is the action that an individual takes. So if you take a lot of action right now, within a short period of time, you're going to get a result that took someone 3 years, 5 years to get in a single year. And that is the idea of a 90 days game plan. That you don't want to take, the things that you're going to do in the next 1 year, the actions you're going to take in the next 1 year, you want to compress that action into 90 days, into 3 months. Do you understand? Hello, do you understand? Exactly. Now, in a 90 days game plan, there was a clinical psychologist called Dr. Gail Matthews, and he studied goal achievement, and he said that her research brought down that the people who achieve goals, people who just have their goals inside their mind, they have very low chances of achieving their goals. They can actually achieve their goals by 43%. The study also demonstrated the effectiveness of accountability and commitment. What does that mean? The participants who wrote down both goals and an action commitments were more likely to achieve their goals by 64%. So if you have your goals and your goals are not written, you're not likely to achieve those goals because you just have a mental list of the things that you want to achieve. But if you have your goals, the people who have a mental list of their goals, these people only achieve their goals by luck. They only get where they want to go by luck. Lottery. These people are playing the game of lottery. Now, there are people who have goals that are written. If you have goals that are written down on paper, you're likely to achieve this by 43%. Now, if you have goals that are written, and on the other side, you have an action plan or a commitment plan. You have written down things that you will do or things that you will give or whatever service that you will offer or whatever things that you're willing to, or whatever action that you're willing to do to achieve them, you can achieve that goal by 64%. Do you understand? Now, there's another person who sets their goal. You have their goal set down. Those goals are written. You have an action plan or a commitment plan. On the other side, you keep track of daily, weekly, and monthly progress of your goals. You're likely to achieve that by a total of 76%. Total of what percent? 76%. Now, these are different types of people. Look at this. You have a mental list. You're not likely to achieve your goal. You're only going to achieve your goal by luck. You have your goals. Your goals are written down. You're likely to achieve those goals by 43%. Most people leave it at this place because they tell you when you're having your goals, they have to be smart. And so they have to be written. But nobody tells you that those goals must have an action plan, a commitment plan, and you must keep track of your commitment and your actions every single time until you get to your goals. And let's start with goals. What are really goals? What are really goals? Goals are simply targets. And talk about a target, you're not setting a goal because you want to achieve it, because you will achieve it. You're setting a goal because you are challenging yourself to achieve that goal. Most people set a goal because of their current situation. You're setting a goal because of your current income. You're setting a goal because of how much how much ability you think you can do. You're setting a goal because you know that you can take some action. But setting a goal does not mean that you must have figured out how to achieve that goal. In fact, you're setting a goal because you don't know how to achieve it. That's why you're challenging yourself to set that goal so you can figure out how you will achieve it. Let me give an example. We have a task force, a military task force. They are pursuing a certain target. They're pursuing a certain criminal. This criminal they call a target. So this is their goal. Their goal is to capture this criminal, right? And you see them sitting down in a panel as a team, and they have assigned different tasks for different people. You understand? And on the board, they are putting up a plan on how they will pursue their target. So they keep following their target for months and years until one day they eventually get to their target. Right or wrong? Now, if they have this target, do they know how they're going to get to their target? Do they know how they'll capture their target? They don't. That's why it is a target. That's why they sit down and they try to figure out how they pursue their target. So they are looking for their target. So they don't know how to achieve their target. But the fact that they have it written, they know what connections is connected to that target, they are putting up a game plan. When they fail, they go back to the drawing board and they put up a game plan again. You watch these FBI movies and you see how they pursue the target. Is it true? You have watched Blacklist and you have seen how they pursue their target, right or wrong? So they don't know how to achieve it. They don't know how to get their target. And that's the reason why they're having a plan. Now your mind might not know how to achieve that goal. You might not know how to achieve it, but there's a part of your brain that knows how to achieve the goal. That part of your brain is called the reticulum activating system. This is a part that makes your brain active and creative and innovative enough to tell you how you'll achieve the goal. So you don't know how to achieve that goal, but your reticulum activating system knows how to achieve the goal. So it will find a way to bring that goal to you eventually. Do you understand? So the goals that you set, the only limitation you have to the goals that you set is a limitation that you put there for yourself or a limitation that you allow others to put there for you. So as you're going to set your goals tonight or through this pre-launch, as you're going to set your goals, I want you to know that you can achieve anything that has never been achieved before in the company or in your environment, and you can hit that goal in the next 90 days. You only need to know what that goal is, and you only need to believe in that goal. If you know what that goal is, and you believe in that goal, let me tell you this, it is possible and it can be achieved. You need to ask an important question. And the question is, what is a realistic plan? What is it that I can do? Because that's what most people can't figure out. And it will tell you what exactly you need to do for you to get to that goal. Do you understand? Yes. Hello? Because we know if you take a certain kind of action, an average will eventually develop. A ratio will develop. And the law of average says, if you keep doing something over and over, an ratio will develop and you'll eventually, your goals will eventually align. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Now, if you don't do anything about those goals, there is nothing that will happen. That is a proof. But if you do something, there's a possibility that something will happen. Right or wrong? So if you try, you are actually moving forward. Both success and failure are a proof that somebody did something, that action was taken, that somebody gave this a try. So what is possible in the next 90 days? It is possible for you to move from unknown to average. It is possible for you to move from somebody who is not known in the business, somebody who is earning an average income, 50K, 100K, 200K. You can move from that to average. You can move from average to extraordinary. You can move from a person who is just known as a leader, as a junior leader, or as a silver executive to becoming a global ambassador, to becoming a top earner, to becoming a top 20 highest earner. Let me tell you this. The meaning of mastermind is simply creating situations in your mind that does not exist in your environment. And everybody must have a mastermind group. A mastermind group is simply a group of people who believe they can build situations that do not exist in their mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so, in your life, you must create situations in your mind that do not exist in your environment. That is, you can build situations in your mind of wealth when you are surrounded by poverty. And that's all that you need to do. If you don't do that, it's very hard for you to achieve anything because it starts in your mind. It starts with an imagination. If it's not in your imagination, it can never be in your hands. So you must strive as much as possible to build that situation in your imagination, to build that situation in your mind. And I can tell you this, during the pre-launch, we'll teach you how to affirm, how to manifest, and how to visualize the goals and the dreams that you want in your life. You just need to attend the pre-launch. And you'll see how amazing your life will turn in the next 90 days. I can guarantee you that for sure. You can move from extraordinary to a legend. You can do something in the next 90 days that it will never be forgotten in the company or in the industry. You can build a team that is going to set you up for success in the entire time in your career in network marketing. You can recruit a certain group of people who are going to become the stars that are going to help you go to the income and build a team of millions that you desire to have in your organization. So it only takes that 90 days for you to recruit that one person, to train that one person, to build a belief in that one person, and that belief can carry them until the end of time in your career. It is very, very easy to understand this. When Jesus came on earth, he didn't want to stay on earth for the entire of his life. He only needed to bring a certain group of people and teach them and set them up for the entire of the time. And today, millions and millions and billions of people believe in Christianity. They believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ just because he set up a group and he taught them what he wanted them to understand. And by him doing that over a certain period of time, what happened? Jesus started his mission at age 30. He ascended to heaven at age 33. I don't know where it's written in the Bible, but that's what they say. So his mission was only for many years. And the Christianity religion was set for everything. And today we know of him. Everybody knows, everybody who is born, every family, most of the families, they mention him. Most of the religions, Jesus exists in their holy books. Right or wrong? Just because of work for 3 years. Why do you think it has to take you 10 years to just build an organization sustainable enough to help you get set for life? It doesn't have to be that way. So do not believe in the patience of you taking action. Because most people, yes, be patient with the results, but don't be patient with your actions. And I can tell you this, if you take actions, if you're not patient with the actions, even the results will come even faster. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Perfect. Now again, there's a movie that's called Undercover Billionaire. I would like you to watch. It has so many series. Grant Cardone has acted it. Glenn Stans has acted it. Another lady has acted it. And this is a movie, this is a series where this guy is given $100 and he's robbed of everything, even his name. He's not supposed to use his name. He's not supposed to have anything. He's not supposed to use his family. He's supposed to take this $100 with an old truck, go to a city far away from where he lives, change his identity, and ensure that he builds a business that can build for him more than $1 million in 90 days. A business that is going to be valued for $1 million in 90 days. So if you are the one, you have been given $100 with an old truck, you're not supposed to use your name. You're supposed to change your identity. You move to a new city where nobody knows you. You're supposed to make new friends in that city. You're supposed to build a business. And after 90 days, your business must be valued at $1 million. Would you challenge yourself to do that? And when I watched that movie, I knew it was possible for someone to do that in 90 days. So during this pre-launch, go to your movie guy, tell him to download for you Undercover Billionaire because it's not on Netflix. All the series, go and try watch them. And I can tell you, you'll be very motivated. So you can imagine you have only $100 is like 13,000 Kenyan shillings. And you're supposed to grow from 13,000 to 130 million within 90 days. Can you act that movie? This is a movie that you're about to act the next 90 days. This is a movie that you're about to act the next 90 days. Because we will go all out, we'll make that decision that you want to be valued at this amount in the next 90 days. And this is all that we have. We know nobody. We don't have any contacts. We're about to build a new contact list. You understand what I'm talking about? We're about to approach new people. We're about to build a new database of you building your business. Sawa sawa? So so write that movie down, and I want you guys to go and get it. Doesn't matter if you have a TV in your house or not, just go get somewhere and watch it. If you have a TV here, you can stay here overnight and watch it. You understand? This is an amazing TV. Is it true? Nobody's going to kufukuza you here. You just come with your flash with your movie, plug it here and start watching. It will motivate you to see how much you can do in the next 90 days, to see how much it's possible to do in the next 90 days. Do you understand? Exactly. Now, there are 4 different parts of a game plan. The first part of a game plan is called the pre-launch. The second part of a game plan is called the launch. The third part of a game plan is called the game plan. And the last one is the event. So what is a pre-launch? Let me talk about the pre-launch first. So before you even actually go to the pre-launch, first of all, set your goals. Goals are going to be set according to what rank advancement do you want to have, what is the kind of team that you want to build, recruiting and duplication. How many people do you want? How many new people do you want to join you? How many new legs do you want to build? How many new legs do you want to launch in your business? It can be 5 new legs, 10 new legs, 20 new legs, 40 new legs in your business. What kind of a team do you want to grow? How much money do you want to make? And the prestige, do you want to become a millionaire circle? What do you want to be known for? With whatever reasons that they're going to propel you to start a 90 days game plan, I want you to make it very, very strong. I want you to make that reason strong, because if your why is going to be strong, the how is going to be very easy. As far as you have a strong reason why you're doing something, the why becomes very easy. I always give this example. If you have 2 towers, this first tower is called Cooperative Bank, and this other tower is on this side. Both of these towers, Tower A and Tower B, they are 45 floors. And I ask you that you're going to move from this one tower to the next tower, cross that other tower, using a 2-meter wide piece of wood. From this tower to the next tower, or when that wood is placed on the floor, for 200,000 shillings, you're going to do it, because it is easy. But if I take that same piece of wood and put it on 45 floors, and on the 45 floors of Tower A and B, and I ask you to use that 2 meters wide piece of wood to move from Tower A to Tower B, 45 floors of Tower A to the 45th floor of Tower B, for 200,000 Kenyan shillings. How many of you will do it? For 200,000. It's a 2-meter wide. It's a 2-meter wide. Most people will not attempt that. I want you to try and see it in your mind, because it's not an easy task. But if this other tower, somebody who you love is on this tower, your mom, your daughter, your son, your uncle, whoever you love is at the top of this tower, Tower A. Tower A is on fire, and you're on this other tower, Tower B. And the only way to save them is to move from Tower B to Tower A and go and save them, because they will die eventually, because this tower is on fire. Even without the 200,000 shillings, you will move, you will go. Why? Because now this piece of wood turns from an obstacle to an opportunity. Now you have a strong reason why you are doing it. So you must develop a strong reason why you're doing something. When you develop a strong reason, all the excuses why you are doing something are not going to be there. Instead, those excuses will actually be the reasons why you want to do something. Do you realize that the excuses that you give for not doing something are actually the reasons why you should be doing that thing? For example, have you ever heard somebody saying, like my mom used to say this all the time. She used to say, if I didn't have kids, I would become a millionaire. If I didn't have you guys, now I would have a house. But I don't have one because I can't save much for me to buy a house, because all money goes to you. Is that really true? We should have been the reasons why she would become a millionaire. What if she turned that attitude to, I want to become a millionaire because I want to set a good example for my kids? Well, I want to become a millionaire because I want my kids to go to private schools and have an amazing life. We will be the reasons why she will become a millionaire. Do you understand? Some of you say you don't have much time. The fact that you don't have much time is actually the reason why you should become successful, for you to buy yourself more time. So who has your time? Maybe a job. Maybe all what that has your time is whatever that school. The reason why you need your time back, the reason why you need to work hard is because you need your time back. Hello? Because I'm 100% sure if you had enough money, you'd not be doing the things that you're doing right now. You'd be doing the things that you love. And that's the goal. to buy yourself some freedom. And the freedom is bought by money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all the excuses that you have, I'm poor, I don't have fare. The fact that you don't have fare is actually the reason why you should be doing what you should be doing. I don't have rent. You see, my house was closed yesterday, so I can't come to the office. The fact that your house was closed yesterday is actually the reason why you should be working hard. Why you should be in a 90 days game plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, you come here, you tell upline you did not eat yesterday, that's why I'm not inviting. The real fact that you did not eat yesterday, it should be the motivation for you to work hard, for you to do the 90 days game plan. Do you understand? Yes. Hello? Hi. So I want you to know that every time you give yourself an excuse, there's a person who is in a very bad situation than you, who would have given the same excuse, but they don't give that excuse, they do those things anyway. But the moment you move from giving an excuse to turning those excuses to reasons, and number two, becoming grateful that you are in that situation and somebody else is in our situation, you're actually going to get motivated enough to go and do whatever you want to do, to go and perform, to go and take action. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Is it being understood? So I want you to know that there's somebody who is in Gaza right now. Every minute there is guns and bombs and they wish they were in a situation like yours. They would actually switch their life for your life in a minute if they're given that opportunity. You understand? And they're wishing they were in a place like you and they would truly go on and become successful. But you who is here is whining and complaining and every single time you are giving all the excuses why you can't take action. Those excuses that you have are actually the fuel to propel you to keep moving forward. So turn them from an excuse to motivation. The fact that you are in debt, that should not be an excuse. It should be a reason why you should be taking action. You should be in a 90 days game plan. You should have an accelerated burst of energy for you to move yourself out of that situation. Because if you don't do that, what will happen? After 1 year, you're still going to be in the same situation. Is it true? But if you do something, there's a possibility that you'll move out of that situation. True or not true? But if you do nothing, there's a 100% guarantee that you're still going to remain that same person. You're still going to be in that same shit that you're already in. So they say, if you feel that you are in hell, keep moving forward. Do not stop in hell. Do you understand? If you feel like you are in a place where there is fire, if you stop there, you will die, right or wrong? But if you keep moving forward, you'll move out of the hell that you're already in. Tunaelewana? So, find a reason, find a goal, set a goal and look towards achieving that goal. And make that goal, make that reason, be the reason why you're going to do something, where you're going to take action. Do you understand? And let me tell you this, in every situation that you are in, there is something you can do about it. You are responsible to do something about it. You see, the situation that you are in, do not be a victim and become helpless. You can take yourself out of that situation. So there's something that you can do. Earlier on when I was in business, this is what happened to me. I got started. I didn't have a phone. As you guys know my story, I was using a Nokia 1110. It's a true story. That was my phone. One of the people who we were working together with, a lady, she was my crossline. She had two phones, a tablet and a phone. So she assisted me with her Nokia phone. So I was using this phone for about 3 months. After 3 months, this phone was stolen here in this city. I was welcomed in Nairobi. And when it was stolen, now I had nothing to do. So I would sit down and cry every day as if I was very helpless. But do you know what I did? I used to take a book every single day and read. I used to take Your First in Network Marketing and read at least 2 or 3 pages. I wear my shirt and my trouser and I go walk around places explaining the products to people. Physically, I go to police stations, I explain the products to them. I go to wherever, and let me tell you this, after 3 days of doing that, I made sales. Somebody eventually bought the product. This is what I'm talking about. So I did not sit down and cry and hoping that somebody is coming to rescue me. I knew I could do something. And in that situation, what could I have done? I had the knowledge about the products. I knew what the products could do. So I took my brochure, I took the sample of the products, and I walked around and I explained the products to people because I knew that could save me. I knew I could do something about that situation. Hello? So anywhere I could get an opportunity, I could take that chance and explain the product to someone. Do you understand? So don't give yourself an excuse. I don't have data. I don't have a phone. I don't have this. I don't have this. I did not eat. find something that you can do because there's something that can be done about that. Do you understand? Now, let me talk about the pre-launch. In the pre-launch is when you make a decision. You make a decision, do I really want to do this? You make a decision in the pre-launch. So you have more than 10 days for you to make a decision if you really want to do this. The second thing is you create and be clear with the details of the launch. The reason why you're having a pre-launch is because we want to teach you what a game plan is all about, and we want to show you how a game plan is done, and we want to explain to you what are the details of a game plan and how should you carry on with a game plan. So ensure that before you launch your plan, you must first understand what the plan is all about. So when you start taking action, you now know what exactly needs to be done. You now know every single action plan from the first day to the 90th day. While you're still tracking your planning, this is another thing that I want you to know. In the game plan, you plan, then you do, I can see you attend my class. Thank you. You plan, you do. So in the pre-launch, you are planning. When the game plan starts, we do. And as we are taking daily actions, weekly actions, we review every day, and we review every week, and we review every fortnight, and we review every month, and we review every 15 days, and we review every 30 days, and we review every 45 days. To ensure that our plan is working as we envisioned. To ensure that our plan is leading us as we saw in the beginning. Because let's say you start taking a road, a path to a certain destination, and along the way, there's a dead end. What do? You find a different path. True or not true? You have a map, and while you are reading this map, you have a destination. So you're driving towards a certain destination. Or you're using Google Map. You know how Google Map can fuck you up when you're using it sometimes. It tells you to turn left when there is no left. Turn left, you look left, there's a very huge fence. So what do when you're in that situation? You stand fast, you stop. True or not true? You start reviewing. What is it that I saw when I was coming? I saw a certain turn, like 200 meters behind. I think I should take that turn. Or I can see a certain turn, it's telling me to turn right here, but it's not here actually. I can see a certain right turn on there, a few meters from here. So you move forward, then you turn right. Then now your plan, then you realize that your Google Map has now repositioned you to a certain path. And that path that you have been repositioned leads you to the same destination. Sio kama mnaelewa? Mnaelewa kweli? Umeweka Google Map. Umesema unataka uende Eldoret. Sawa? Umeenda imekwambia 200 meters turn left. Ukiangalia left, huoni left ni msitu. Do you understand? What do? And the map is actually telling you to turn left. You stop and you start checking the map again. You zoom the map, then you start looking, where is it that there is another left? Is it behind me, or is it a few meters in front of me? And when you use a few meters in front of you and you turn, the map repositions you again. And the map tells you your destination, your route has been repositioned. And that route that you actually take can lead you to the same destination that you actually wanted. That's what's called reviewing. You plan, you do, then you review. Again, you plan, you do, then you review. So you must learn that you must review your days. You must plan, do, and review your days. You plan, do, and review your weeks. You plan, you do, and review your months. You plan, you do, and review every single time you want to achieve a certain task. So when you're setting your goals, you're not just setting goals for you to go and achieve in the next 90 days. Even during every single week, you have goals that needs to be achieved every single day. There is tasks and goals that needs to be achieved every single day that will eventually lead you to the ultimate goal after 90 days. So when you tell people to set their goals in the next 90 days, all what they set is what is it that I want to achieve in the next 90 days. No, every single Sunday you have to sit down and set what are my weekly goals. What is it goals that I have for this week? What goals do I have for today? What is it that I want to accomplish today? How many prospects do I want to talk to today? How many sign-ups do I want to get today? How many follow-up calls do I need to make today? How many cold calls do I need to make today? Those are daily goals. And every single day you have to review if you actually followed through with the plan that you've set to accomplish that day. or the activities that you set to accomplish, or the actions or the commitments that you made a decision that you're going to commit to this and accomplish this. Tumelewana? Do you understand? So that is it. Be very clear. Recruit your team into the game plan. So you must have an inner circle that you're moving with into the game plan. So in the preparation, in the pre-launch, you must recruit at least 5 people into the game plan. If you already have a team, recruit them into the game plan. If you don't have one, during the pre-launch, it's your time to find those 5 people. You see the video that I made telling people about what I'm about to do in the next 90 days. It is to help me recruit people into the game plan. Either my team into the game plan or even a prospect into the game plan. Because if they find out that this is what I'm about to do in the next 90 days, they don't want to miss out. They want to be here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have a team yet, go and make sure you recruit a team to help you, or you cannot do the game plan alone. So you must either belong to a certain inner circle or you must have your own inner circle. So if you don't yet know how to run a game plan, belong to a certain inner circle. Be with a certain, lock hands with 5 people and know how to do the game plan with them. Do you understand? So you cannot be alone. You cannot do this alone. Nobody can do this. I cannot do this alone. I need to be motivated every single day. I need to see what people are doing every single day. I need to be, I need to see other people's success. I need to have that kind of intensity. I need to be somewhere where there is a lot of synergy. And to have that, I must have a team. I must be working with a team. I must mastermind with other people. I must benchmark with what other people are doing. So if I don't know how to prospect, and this guy had 20 guests in yesterday's event, or is going to have 50 guests in Wednesday's event, I'm going to mastermind with him because he belongs to my inner circle and ask him how he does it. And whatever he's going to tell me, I am not going to question it. I am going to do exactly what he's doing. One of the mistakes that most people are doing is that they are questioning success. If you're ever told to do something, if somebody is doing one thing and it's producing results for them, and you are doing nothing, and nothing is working for you, just copy and paste. Stop questioning, stop analyzing, and you're analyzing for paralysis. Do you know an analysis for paralysis? You analyze until you get paralyzed, and you don't do anything for that, about your situation. So if you know somebody else got a sign up yesterday, you need to sit down with them and ask them what process that it took them to get that result, and just follow through. Just follow what they did. Stop overthinking. Stop trying to come up with your own ways. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just make a decision that you will do it. Do you understand? Exactly. Again, gather your tools and understand your systems. During the pre-launch is a time to gather your tools. What is it that you need for you to run? Do you need a suit? Ensure that you see your tailor. Ensure that he makes those suits before you begin the next game plan, because there is no time to go to his shop and do this and this because you are running. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yes. Hello? If there is someone who you're in a relationship with and you're planning to leave them, call and leave them before the launch begins. Because if the launch begins, you don't have time to sit down and leave them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hello? If you have a doctor's appointment, go and see the doctor. Tell the doctor, the next 90 days, I won't come here, but after 90 days, I will come. Because I will be running for the next 90 days. Do you understand? Hello? So all the systems that you have, if you have a Mama Fua, tell Mama Fua, I will not have time to call you to come. Please come on this date, this date, this date, this date, and this date. For 90 days, you have your schedule, take it. So I won't call you. You just come, wash the clothes, and leave. Because I don't have time to call you. That time I'm calling some prospects. I'm having calls that time. Do you understand? Yes. So do not allow anything to distract you. Prepare yourself and gather your tools and understand the systems that are in place for you. Then, what are your business hours? You have to determine your business hours. You see, it doesn't matter if you have 4 hours, 5 hours, 16 hours, or 8 hours. You can perform those hours as far as you commit. So what are your business hours? What hours are you willing to put into your business? Is it 16 hours a day? Is it 8 hours a day? Is it 6 hours a day? Is it 5 hours a day? Is it 4 hours a day? What hours are you willing to put into your business? So after you set those hours, the only thing that you need to know is what is the main thing. And you keep the main thing the main thing. And I'm going to tell you what the main thing is. Then, Who is in your grind circle? Who are you grinding with? Who is your accountability partner? Do you have somebody who is accountable for the actions that you take? You must lock arms with an accountability partner in the next 90 days. This is not a person, number one, who is as lazy as you. This is not a person who is who tolerates nonsense from you. You come to the cell meeting at any time, they just look at you. This is a person who is ruthless about the things that you want to achieve. You tell them that, you know what, next 90 days, I want to become Millionaire Circle. I want to become Millionaires Club. I want to make my first million in the next 90 days, and this is what you want to do. And you start behaving as if you already have all of it figured out. They will remind you because you're not accountable. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? And let me tell you this, the habits that you're going to develop in the next 90 days can help you change the entire of your life. They can change everything about your life. Just 90 days. Those 90 days can set you up for the entire of your life. I can tell you that for sure. Then, what will you do? What actions will you take, and in what quantity? Because it's not about the things that you do today that gets you where you want to go. It's the actions that you take, and in what quantity, and in what consistency. What actions do you take, in what quantity, and in what consistency? Those are the three important things about actions. You have decided that you want to prospect 20 people every day. It's a good number. So you do today 20, tomorrow you do 10. That does not make any sense. If you decide to do 20 and be consistent with it for a significant amount of time until it works. Do you understand? Yes. Until you get what result that you want, until you get a result that you desired. Now, let's talk about the preparation. How do you prepare? Preparation is, first we start with a dream. Preparation is what we call the dream. So establish your why. Example, I believe all parents deserve to spend more time with their children. I show people a way to stay home and provide a full-time income. What is your why? This can be a reason. Identify distractions. Examples of distractions are negative people, self-doubt, objections, TV, and etc. What are your distractions? What is it that puts you off every single time you make a decision you want to do something? What is it that you always run to when you want to procrastinate? You say that you'll be prospecting 20 people every day, but every time you go to your Facebook, all what you do is watch reels. So right there in your distractions, that reels are my biggest distraction. Once I watch one TikTok, I go to the next TikTok and the next and the next and the next, and I get glued to stupid videos and cut videos the whole day. That is your distraction. Write it down. Because the first process to change is recognizing the problem. You cannot change a problem that you don't know, that you're not aware of. So recognize the problem. You cannot put your eyes off Netflix. If you want to do something, all what you see is Netflix. Is that series that is going on, that series that you're following. Write that down. This is my biggest distraction. And I want you to go and transfer that TV to my house. Give me that TV. So you won't have any TV to look at. So whatever you do, you have to succumb your distraction to death. You have to feed your focus, and you have to kill those distractions. Do you understand? If you know you're not using Facebook, you're not using Instagram to build your business, you're not using TikTok to build your business, all what you do is to watch cat videos. Uninstall it if you can. But then, I tell people, the ability for you to have that TikTok in your phone and still not watch those videos is what we call discipline. Ability for you to still have that TV in your house and for you not to switch on Netflix is what we call discipline. Ability for you to go in a restaurant where they sell all junk foods and still ask for water while you need to reduce weight is called discipline. So we don't need to keep the restaurants or the supermarkets out of your place, or to keep the junk food out of your house. You need to develop discipline. You know that your house, you have biscuits, you have soda, but you want to cut down to 5 pounds, 10 pounds. But you still don't touch that soda. That's what's called discipline. You can see your bed clearly. Very good mattress. But you still make a decision, I'm not going to sleep because I have things to do. That is called discipline. Do you understand? And discipline is something that you must develop, and you must find all the ways for you to build discipline. One of the ways that I used to build discipline is, number one, go to the gym and make a decision that I'm going to do whatever I can until I finish the amount of reps that I made a decision I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do 20 reps, it's 20 reps, and if I've not done 20 reps, I want to die before I finish the 20 reps. I want to die fast, but the 20 reps have to be completed. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I figured out something. I've never died. So that means hard work has never killed anyone. Discipline has never killed anyone. I've never seen somebody who said, we went to their burial, what did he die of? He worked hard and died. You see, he was so disciplined and he died. I've never had such kind of a death scenario. So nothing is going to kill you. The next thing that I did is making a decision, I'm going to shower with cold water. Cold. Yes. You see, my mind has to create a situation, this water is hot, for me to enter there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Another thing I found out, I never died also. I never caught pneumonia, as you say. I never caught cold, as you guys say. You know, if you shower with cold water, you'll catch a cold. I never caught a cold by showering with cold water. But I developed discipline. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of you, if electricity is not in your house to heat your water, you're not going to shower. Is it true? You're going to shower. Or you're going to wait until it's very hot outside. So you go outside and sweat a little bit, and now you come and you say, I'm very motivated to shower. You see, discipline is simply resisting the urge of not doing the things that you're supposed to do. You see, if you're standing just next to your cold shower, and you know you're naked, you know for sure you have to take shower. And you know eventually you will enter. You make a decision to enter now because you know eventually you will enter. That's what's called an 90 days game plan. You are standing, not taking action. You know it is needed. The action is needed to be taken. But then you keep waiting and waiting, as if by you sitting and waiting, the water will be hot. It won't be. But you know what can happen? You can enter, get that experience, and get done with it. You waste a lot of time thinking about the things that you need to do instead of you actually doing the things that you're supposed to do. So don't waste time thinking about what you're supposed to do. Go and do what you're supposed to do. And I can tell you, you'll have an amazing result. Do you actually know how much good you feel after taking cold shower? Your body feels so warm. Right or wrong? You feel so, and you feel like you have achieved something extraordinary. You feel some kind of power. You feel some kind of control. Because you know what, I didn't want to do this, but I did it anyway. And you're so proud of yourself. That's what happens when you're done with an amazing workout. You didn't want to do it, but you still do it anyway, and you get so happy that you did it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? One of the things that I fear the most is squatting in the gym on a free weight. Do you know free weight? There's a machine where you can use to squat, right? And there's free weight. You know free weight? You just have weight on your shoulders, and you have to go down and come up again. So I used to think that this thing will kill me one day. Until one day I tried, and I was like, it does not kill me. And I said, put on more weight. It does not kill me still. Add more weight, so it's not still killing me. And I overcome that fear. Because the fear was always where? In my mind, not anywhere else. The fear was always here. The doubt that I'm not going to do this was always here. And that's all that you need. To kill the distractions and make a decision that you're going to develop discipline to do the things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand? So these 90 days, this preparation, it's you to make sure that you set aside, if you make a decision to wake up 7, 6, or 5 a.m. in the morning, that you're going to do it. You're going to commit to that, and every time your alarm rings, you will wake up. And let me tell you something, you won't die. Number 2, you won't die, that's number 1. Number 2, after 90 days, you will have developed a habit. One of the habits that I developed when I was in school is waking up. And I found out that I always woke up the same time every day. My classmate is there, he can tell you, I never woke up every day later than 3 a.m. in the morning. Every 3 a.m. I was up. And every time I used to go to class, see at the watch, it was always the same time. 3:15, 3:15, 3:15, 3:15 every day. Because I developed a habit. Do you understand? And that 3:15, the first thing I did was take shower, cold shower. For how many years? For how many years? 4 years. 4 years. What is it that can stop me to do that today? You see, I like the systems that they developed for us in the industrial economy. They put us in situations where things were supposed to be done even if we didn't want to. That morning, preps were supposed to be gone, either you like it or not. If you didn't go, there was consequence. Is it true? Did you like the consequence of sleeping outside with a mattress, Moses? You didn't like it. He didn't like it, I can tell you, he didn't like it. But he still did not go to that morning prep. But the next day, he still faced the same consequence. Do you understand? When that bell rings, you are supposed to be in that class that time. Either you liked it or not. True or not true? You are supposed to go to class very clean. So you are supposed to shower. Was there hot water? No. Doesn't matter the season. Either it's very cold season, or summer season, or winter season, that shower is supposed to be taken. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? And there was a consequence for you not doing that. That developed some discipline. What is it that is stopping you from doing it? Because you know there is no consequence. You know the consequence is you being a 70-year-old, very poor man, having achieved nothing and being so insignificant. You will suffer that. That's what you will suffer. You see, when your kids tell you, when your kids say, I come from a very poor background, it's you who they talk about. Yes. Can you imagine now your kids describing you as a poor background? You are the poor background now. When they say, I come from a very humble background, you are the humble background they are talking about. Do you want to be a humble background? Then do something about you not becoming a humble background. So that is a consequence. And that consequence hurts more than the consequence that was given to you when you were still in school. So whatever strategy you're going to use to kill your distractions, I want you to use them. You understand what I'm talking about? There's a quote that I used to listen to from Matt Morris, from his video 7 Secrets to 7 Figures. He used to say that one day a man was talking to all the men in that session, and he said that if you're this kind of a man who goes to their home and they sit down in a couch and put on their favorite TV program, knowing that you don't have enough to feed, you're not making enough to feed your family and pay your bills, I won't call you a loser, but honestly, you're not a winner. Exactly, that's what he said. Honestly, you're not a winner. So this kind of a person, you know that you don't have rent for your next month. You know that your bills for next month are not paid. I won't call you a loser, but honestly, you're not a what? Honestly, you're not a winner. I can't call you. You know, when winners are called, you're not supposed to show up. Because you're putting this TV program in front of your life. You're putting these TikTok videos in front of everything that matters in your life. That's what you're actually doing. Hello? I read a quote yesterday again. And it was saying that all men should behave and work as if all their dads were dead. As if all their dads were? So no backup. Nobody's coming to help you. You know that you are the only backup that you have. If you won't do it, no one is coming to do it for you. And the moment you realize that, that's when you know you don't have any entitlement, there is no government, there is no president, there is no chief, there is no parent, there is no scholarship, there is no donors who are coming to help you. You're the only person who can help yourself at this moment. Do you understand? Yes. Hello? Hi. And when you think about that, there is no distraction ever that can be between you and your success. There is nothing that can stop you. You see, one of the things that I also do when I go put up a show that does not benefit me, I always say, I'm watching people who have already been paid. Have I been paid? These people who I'm watching are already paid. These guys are already paid. How about me? I'm paying them by my time. This is what I'm doing. I'm participating in paying them. And do you know what they do? You see, all these shows, all these celebrities, Cristiano, these players, these people who used to watch WWE, these, what is it called? The fights, the people used to watch. You get sometime you watch them. These people are part of a very big circus That's a circus. This circus is created by the elite. And they're putting up this circus to put you away from your goals and your dreams. So you know very clearly, this weekend, there is a presentation, but there is a game between Manchester and Arsenal. That's a circus. And they pay these people millions and billions of dollars to put up that circus for you. Do you know, the World Cup finals was being watched by over 5 billion people. More than half of the world's population had their eyes on the World Cup. At the same day there was World Cup, the elites were in a meeting planning how they're going to plan your life. That's what they were doing. While the 5 billion people were on this circus. You saw the Olympics, what they did. You saw the show they put up, mocking Jesus Christ on the Olympics. That's a circus. That's a message they want to send to you. That's simply a circus. Hello? So if your life is not yet set, do not be involved in that kind of circus. Don't be. That's what the Roman Empire did. They built the biggest Colosseum in Italy, in Rome, Italy. It's actually now the biggest, it could hold millions and millions of people. So it could keep people's minds from the important things so they can go and see the circus. So they know that this person is going to fight this guy in that stadium, in that big Colosseum. So everybody shows up. On this other side, he manipulates taxes. He does all the kind of shit to them. That's what they do. So they're putting up the circus for you. Do you know why it's a circus? Which videos go viral? Videos of women talking on your social media or of motivation on social media. Which videos go viral? Women talking. And as you watch one of them, they flow. True or not true? Just watch one. Just one. And they keep coming. And they keep coming. And they keep coming. It is a circus. But you produce a video teaching something that makes sense. Nobody watches it. Because all of their eyes are in the circus. Do you understand? Hello? All of their eyes are in that circus. And the social media, the Instagram, the what, it's a circus for people who don't use it to build their life. It is a circus to you. If you're not making money off that social media, it's a circus. For me, I always say this to myself. If I wasn't making money from social media, I would not even have one account. Not even an Instagram account. I would not have it. Because why? What am I doing there? Why should I participate in your circus? And it has a very huge impact. That's the truth. You see, anytime you watch something, anything comes in contact with your eyes, your ears, your nose, your tongue, it changes how your life looks like. Do you know that? You might not think it does change, but it changes. Subconsciously, it does. Go try this. Just do an experiment. Let's say you're a very single guy right now, or a very single girl, and I want you to go and start watching videos of couples on YouTube. There is Riz and Kwan, there is Who and Who, there is Who and Bahati and Diana. Go and start watching. Yes? Go and start watching. You know what will happen to you? You will start feeling as if you're the only single guy in this planet. Everybody else is married. That's what you'll start feeling. And the next day, you'll start looking. You understand what I'm saying? So the only way to accept a certain kind of life, you only accept that life while you give it attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where focus goes, energy. So what is the focus that you want to give? So if your focus is on the circus that they're putting in front of your eyes, that's where your energy will flow. Do you understand? So in the next 90 days is a period for you to change that kind of attitude, that kind of life that you already have. You putting your mind into the circus. You concentrating in what they're putting into your eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you read your first year in network marketing, Mark Yanel urges that there is no more news. No more news. He says that do not watch news from today. I've not watched news for 5 years, and I'll never sit in front of a TV, waste my time watching the news. Because good news is no news. You see, it goes very viral when Trump and the wife divorced. But it never went viral when he gave so much money to charity. That nobody heard of it. But when they divorced, everybody heard of it. Everybody. There was a conversation about that. Do you understand? That is because it's bad news. And bad news, when there's bad news now, is when there's news. Shika tumelewana. So you have to understand that nobody's going to put up information on social media because they're looking for views for you to benefit. You have to be so intentional with the kind of information that you want. And becoming intentional is saying, what is it that I want to learn? I want to learn how to prospect. So I'm going to social media to learn this. Do you understand? And one of the first things that you can do, go and follow everybody. The Nairobi gossip that you follow Nairobi gossip, right? So I don't know what to gossip, all the pages that you follow that give all the gossips, and follow them. And anytime you find their post, I want you to click not interested. And your algorithm will change. Do you understand? How do I know that your social media is your distraction? Just give me your phone, and I'll go to a place called search, and I'll see what you watch. Who wants to do that? Who wants me to do that experiment with them? Bring your phone. Let me show you how much you're distracted. Let me see how much you're distracted. I'll find Manchester United there, 100%. I'll find women twerking there. That's what I'll find. You understand? So anytime you go to social media, I want you to always benefit from it. Either you're watching something that's building you, or you're going there to put up information for others to watch. And ensure at the end of the day, you're not just a consumer, you're also producing. You understand? Don't be the guy who is always on that other end of consumption. You produce for other people to consume too. Do you understand? Exactly. Again, vision. What is your vision in the next 90 days and beyond? Commit to 90 days and overcome your obstacles. Get your business set up your office, ensure that you have all the essential materials. You must have a healthy mind, a healthy body, and develop positive attitude, habits and the correct mindset to accomplish your goals. If you don't have this yet, you can build a mindset. You can build a healthy body. You can build a healthy mind that's going to carry you over the next 90 days. Do you understand? And you can use the 90 days to actually build the person that you want to build. To build that mindset, to build that body, to build that mind that you want to build that's going to carry you forward in your career. Then brand yourself and learn to represent yourself as a professional networker. Develop your strategy. Branding yourself means that how we see you, you must look like the person that you want, like the message that you want to sell. Do you understand? This includes your dress code. How do you want people to translate when they see you? So you have to build that person before the game plan begins. Do you understand? Yes. Then connect and utilize tools like Facebook and Instagram. So if your Facebook and Instagram is not yet set for business, set it for business within the pre-launch. And in our inner circles, we're going to teach you how you're going to set your pages good for business. Do you understand? If you're supposed to go and get maybe a headshot for your profile, you're supposed to go to photo shoot and take pictures for your Instagram page, for your Facebook page, go and do it. The preparation time, the pre-launch, is the time for you to go and do that. Then again, you must have 5 people that you're working with. If you don't have 5 people, you have to go and recruit them within the pre-launch. Then create your contact list. Who do you know? Identify new prospects already in your inner circle. You must have a list. If you're beginning a game plan without a list, there's nothing that you're doing, because a list is what we call the gold mine. Do you understand? And before you start digging gold, you must identify where the mine is. True or not true? And if you identify that the mine is in South Africa and is in this position, that's when you start digging. Some of you will start digging without recognizing where the mine is. So first of all, you must start with a contact list, an active candidate list. So if you have not written an active candidate list, go get a contact book and write an active candidate list. Do not leave anyone behind. That is the key. Do not prejudge anyone. Don't say, oh, this guy has money, this guy is already successful, this guy is stupid, this guy cannot understand this guy is far away. Write every single person you can think of in that list. Do you understand? Yes. Because we say actualization of dreams begins by writing down. That is the first physical appearance. Write every person. Hata kama ako class 4, andika yeye. Si atakuwa tu mkubwa, andika. I told you when I joined the business, I wrote the name of Meshach Setabao in my list. Did I tell you? He was still in Form 2, but he was in my list. What happened? 2 years later, he joined me. because I was waiting, because he was on my list. I was seeing him in my list. So the moment he stepped in this city, I was with him on my phone. Do you understand? Hello? There are people who are still in my first list 5 years ago. They have not yet joined, but I'm going to get them. I'll reach out to them eventually. Do you understand? Yes. I have one rule. You either die, join, or I die. You don't have an option. Either I die, you join, or you die. But you will have to join eventually. Do you understand? Either it's going to take me talk to you in the next 10 years, either 20 years, or 30 years, or 40 years, because I'm willing to wait. I'm very willing to wait. I'll be in the journey, but I'll be waiting for you. Do you understand? Exactly. Then again, set your business hours. Let me teach you how you set your business hours. I don't want to give anything in specific of how the business hours are going to look like, but we are going to lock in a few hours for the team. And everything that is above those hours, you're the one who is going to know what you need to do. Do you understand? Yes. Now, this is what you do. The first thing you determine is this. What time do you want to sleep? And what time do you want to wake up? I'll give you mine so you can go and 02:00 a.m. in the morning. I want to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning. They say, if you sleep the same day that you woke up, you are very stupid. You should not sleep the same day that you woke up. If you woke up on Monday, sleep on Tuesday and wake up the same Tuesday. If you woke up on Tuesday, ensure that you sleep on a Wednesday. Yes, don't sleep the same day you woke up. So, from 7 to 2, these are my business hours. If you are still having a job or you're still a student, write down when your classes are and set that time aside. So the rest of the time is the time that you dedicate to the business. Do you understand? It is that simple, guys. I'm not saying that you go full throttle 16, 17 hours like me. Most of you don't have all the 16, 17 hours. And that doesn't mean that you cannot achieve or you cannot participate in the 90 days game plan. You still can, and you still can achieve the goals. But then you have to commit to the hours that you set aside. If you set aside 5 hours, commit to those 5 hours. If you set aside 6 hours, commit to those 6 hours. Because there are people who even get 16 hours and they do nothing about the 16 hours. Do you know that? Exactly. You know, we call this business a free enterprise. Nobody's coming to tell you what to do. Nobody's coming to judge you of what you do. But then your results will show up. They will judge them. They will judge your result. They will tell you who you are. Do you understand? Now, after you do this, there is hours every day that are going to be given to the team. Because we say that you should not work alone. True or not true? For example, every day at 10 a.m., we'll be having this cell meeting. Sawa? Yes. So 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. should not be your time. So you know these are team's time. Do you understand? Now again, this is daily. Also weekly, there are things that must appear in your list at least once a week. Every Wednesday, we have a weekly briefing. Is it true? Every Saturday, we have a BOM, and we have also a BOM in Thika and a BOM in Nairobi. And we also have a few other expansions. Every Friday at 9 p.m., we have a Google Meet presentation. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m., we have a Zoom presentation. Is it true? Yes. Now, those hours need to be set aside. But every other hour, apart now from your sleeping hour, should be dedicated to the business and your personal production. Do you understand? So is it simple now? You can create your own schedule. Is it easier now to create your own schedule? Yes. Because you have to. Now, the next thing that you do, every single day, you have to set what we call power hours, or we call them Pomodoro hours. The Pomodoro hours, these are hours that nothing will come between you and that activity. Maybe you can set 1 hour, like 5 hours or 4 hours. Identify 1 hour that you will collect contacts online, that you will prospect online. Identify another hour that you will do presentations. Identify another hour that you will do follow-up. Identify another hour that you will answer your conversations on WhatsApp. Your job is to answer conversation, make calls, reach out to people. That's another hour. And if anybody tells you, let's go to Caxton, the dispenser is back, let's drink some water. What do you tell them? I'm busy. You understand? Because most people never learn how to say no. Learn to say no. And no is not just saying no. He's saying, I'm not available now, but if anything changes, I will call you. Do you understand? I can't do that right now, but if anything changes, I will call you. Then you concentrate. Do you understand? Yes. Everybody must have those hours that we call power hours in their business. You must have them. That this hour is an hour to do sales meeting. This hour is an hour to do orientation. Nothing comes between me and this. Until I accomplish this, now I can take charge of the other things. Not even my mom's call. It can stay for a bit. When I'm done, I'll call her back. There is time for everything, right or wrong? So you must recognize what are these hours. Maybe the hours that you answer to those text messages is from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Recognize it. Write it in your diary. Write it somewhere where you can say it. Do you understand? Yes. Then there is now those power days. That you know this Saturday is a super Saturday. All what I'm doing this day is inviting for this a certain presentation, and I'll be available to do this presentation. I'll be available to go and close. I'll be available to go and share my story. Do you understand? Maybe once a month, once a week, at least be of service. Be of what? Be of what? Service. Because you're setting a goal and your dreams, and you are determining what is it that you want to give in exchange for the dreams and the goals that you want to achieve. So you must be of service. Maybe this time you decide, I'm the one who is trading this sale meeting. I'm the one who is closing this meeting. These hours you set, from this time and this time, I will be accepting 3-way calls for my downlines. And you inform them. Now from this time and this time, you can call me, you can bring all the prospects to me, and I will help you do that closing. And you send that to your inner circle. Tell them I'm available for closing from this time to this time. So anytime they call, you receive the calls and do the closings. Do you understand? Yes. For me, that time is usually from 11 to 1 a.m. in the morning. From 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., I can do all the closings possible. I can accept the calls because I'm always on my phone. I'm looking out for those closings. Do you understand? Tumeelewana? Yes. So you have to determine what are your power hours, what are your Pomodoro hours. Tumeelewana? Yes. So hakuna kitu na come in between you and those hours. Maybe that time you are working out, you can't even receive a phone because that is your time. That is time to do exactly that. Do you understand? And now you keep consistent, you review how your week has been, how your day has been, and be flexible to make changes. Tumeelewana? Perfect. Now, develop your team, lock arms with at least 5 members, and set goals. As I said, do not work alone. Find people who you're working with. So when you are up and somebody is down, you can bring them up. When you are down and somebody is up, they can bring you up. Do you understand? Exactly. Then, these are the facts about the game plan. If you help 20 people join, 12 will do something and 8 will do. That is the truth. You recruit 20 people, 12 will do something and 8 will do. Within the next 60 days, the 8 people, you will have 8 people doing something. You'll have 8 people doing, 12 will do, okay, the 12 will reduce now. Within 60 days, 4 will go and 8 will do something. In 4 months, 6 of your team members will be doing something. In 9 months, you will have 4 team members doing something. A year from date, you start your business, 1 team member will account for 80% of your income, and 3 team members will account for 20% of your income. That's just how it is. Did I set it? No, I found it that way. So you work the way you found it. Do you understand? Somebody asked me, Joseph, I went to a meeting and somebody was mocking me in the meeting. Somebody was laughing in the meeting. What can I do about it? Leave the laughers to laugh and the mockers to mock. You cannot make the mockers laugh and the laughers to mock. That is their job. Mockers will mock and laughers with, because that's who they are. That's how the world is. The quitters will quit and the winners will win. What can you do about the quitters? Nothing. What can you do about the winners? Can you make the winners quit? No. And can you make the quitters win? It's impossible. And that's how it is in this world. That's how it that's how it is. I start a church today. I have 100 people. 20 people of the 100 are not there after 1 year. One person or another, they have started their own church and they have taken 20 people from my church. Just how it is. I did not set it, it is there in this world. We have to work with it the way it is. I plant 20 seeds, 2 seeds fall on the ground, 2 other seeds fall on thorny places, others fall on rocky grounds, others fall on fertile soil. My job is very simple, to plant as many seeds as possible, to have enough to fall on rocky places, to have enough to be taken by the birds, to have enough to grow on thorny areas, and to have enough to grow on fertile soil. Which ones matter? But I need all these seeds. They are all important. I need all the seeds. The ones that are going to be taken by birds, I need them. These are people who you send them an invitation and their friend tells them, do not go to one of those meetings. The birds. Most people, what they do, they leave the field and they go start chasing the birds. What will happen to you if you go chase the birds? You will leave the field. True or not true? Your job is very simple, to keep planting. Right or wrong? This is a scenario in my life. We used to plant seeds, and there was those animals called kanga. Mnajua kanga? Falls. They come and they go on, it was naenda na line. Zikichimba hizo seeds. Sijui kama we experience hiyo. What do we do about it? Ukimepata imechimba. You sit there and cry. Is it true? Oh, my seeds have been taken. What do? Go buy other seeds and come and replace. Right or wrong? Exactly. So if you know they were taken by the birds, you come and plant again. You go get better seeds again. You go get treated seeds. The ones that they cannot eat, and then you plant. True or not true? So you make some changes. So your job is not to sit there and cry. Your job is not to sit outside and keep chasing those birds. That's not your job. Your job is to keep planting enough seeds that you have enough to fall on rocky places, enough to be taken by the birds. So if you tell me, Joseph, I invited 5 people and they did not come, exactly, you just planted 5 seeds that all fell on rocky places or all were taken by the birds. If you did 20, 2 would have come, which is a law, which is a ratio, which is a law of averages. If you keep doing something over and over, a ratio will develop and odds will be with you at some point. Do you understand? Understood that after so many years and billions of years, eventually some planets aligned this past week. Is it true? So they kept revolving and moving, and at some point they aligned. What does that tell you? If you keep doing something, if you keep moving, at some point, something will align. Right or wrong? Exactly. Now, so your job is to sponsor as many people as possible. And I told you, these 90 days can set you up for life. There is somebody who you will sponsor these 90 days, and this person will go and become a star that you are looking for in your team. And the next 4 years, the next 5 years, this person will be a global ambassador. And this person will set you up for life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So do it. There's somebody who will train these 90 days, who will move into the game plan with these 90 days, and that will be the star that you're looking for in your business. That will be the top earner in your organization. Now the keys to success is this: concentrating in the only money producing activity. The income producing activity is always one. What is that? What is the income producing activity in our business? Talking to prospects. There is no any other activity that you can do that is an A activity, which is an income producing activity. All the others are B activities. They might lead you to the A activity, but it's not the A activity. Jim Rohn says, do not put your major time focusing on minor things. Do you understand? Do not put your major time focusing on minor things. Minor things are like writing a list of prospects, visiting your prospect, taking your prospect for lunch. That's a minor thing. But a major is in front of the prospect. Being in front of the prospect, talking to the prospect. Talking to a prospect. A prospect is somebody who has not yet joined your business, who does not yet have a username and a password. Because our goal is very simple: to make sure everybody has a username and a password. Exactly. And there are billions of people who don't have that. That's our simple job, to ensure they have a username and a password, to share with them the good news. Do you understand? Exactly. Just like what Jesus did. Came here, he recruited 12 people, and he told them, with you guys, with you, I'm going to change the entire world. And he started training them. He started showing them what is possible. He started telling them they should have faith. One of them quit, and he replaced them with a tax collector. Is it true? One of them was notorious, and he told them, you will betray me. One of you will sell me out. Did he do that? Exactly. But eventually, we held the 12 apostles. And here we are today, beautiful Gentiles. Now, prospecting, presenting should be the main thing. Anytime you're not prospecting, you should be. And anytime you're not presenting, you should be. You're either doing that. You're either prospecting or you're presenting. You don't have any other business here. Either you're prospecting or you are. If you're not presenting, you are. If you don't have prospects, what do? You start training. You start training on how you can get prospects. So if you don't have prospects, now you are learning how to get prospects. So don't tell me, why are you not prospecting? I don't have prospects. So I should be seeing you learning how to prospect, how to get contacts, right or wrong? If you're not presenting, you tell me you don't know how to present. You should go and start learning how to present. Do you understand? Hello? So it's very simple. Just talk to prospects. You don't have any magic tricks. There is no any magic pills that will give you to succeed. The only thing that you need to do is to talk to prospects. Tumelewana? So don't concentrate on anything else. Some people come here, all what you do is go drink water, come back, sing Kumbaya. Kumbaya does not make any money. Sing Kumbaya the whole day, but does not make any money. Do you understand? Until you start talking to prospects. Now you must understand the IC group business system, and we will teach that in the pre-launch. The IC group business system and the growth ladder program, the team vision, the mission, the accountability system, the disciplinary system. You understand the academy, the 555 worksheet or the program, the prospecting systems, the inviting systems, the presentation systems, the onboarding of the new member systems, the event, and the recognition and the appraisal. We'll talk about all these systems because we say there is no secret to success, but there is a system to success. Now, this is how you connect. These are a few ways that you can use for prospecting. Apart from your own market and your hot market, you can use questionnaire. You can use the online eligibility link. You can instant API script or the instant prospecting and inviting script. You can do a home launch or a brand launch. You can do contact recommendation. You can do a non-recommendation script. And you can use posters and flyers. All these are ways that you can generate contacts. If you don't know how to use any of them, we will teach them before the pre-launch ends. So always be here because we will teach all these ways. Sawa sawa? Yes. Exactly. What's the duplication plan? Because some people, because now they have a team, they think that now their job should be to duplicate. Now let me talk to you about duplication because some of you don't understand what duplication is. I can tell you this, our business depends 100% on duplication. Do you understand? Fail to master everything else, but failing to master duplication is failure to master the business. Our business contribution plays a very huge role here. So if you're only becoming competent by yourself and you're not helping others become as competent as you are, you're not going to make any money in our business. Our business is not about what works, it's about what duplicates. It's not about what works, it's about what duplicates. That's why we make things as simple as possible, such that even kindergarten babies can understand it. And so, what is your plan to duplicate? The biggest plan you can have for duplication is simply have a system. But then, if you want to produce leaders in your team, all what you need to do is to become one first. If you want to produce recruiters in your team, all what you need to do is to become one. Because duplication simply says, is monkey see, monkey do. Is not monkey see, is not monkey do, monkey tell, monkey do. It is monkey see. If monkey tells, monkey does not do. But if monkey sees, monkey does. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you tell them to do, people in our business, they do what you do. They don't do what you tell them. You set an example for them. So if you put on your running shoes and you are running, you'll make them want to put on their running shoes and run together with you. Duplication is simply producing a copy of one that exists. Do you understand? So you want to produce a copy of you in them. So who are you? If you're incompetent, what do you produce? Another incompetent downline. If you don't know how to prospect, who do you produce? Another one that doesn't. You understand? Hello? So if you are better at doing what you do, you produce another person who is better at doing what you do. This is exactly what you will be granted in our business. I always tell this to most people. It's going to be very rare for you to have people come into your team and do what you have never done before. It is a very rare scenario. It's a very rare occasion. This is what will happen. Give me your name. Shout your name. Shout your name. I've heard Samuel. This is Samuel. Is it true? God is going to give you Samuel, 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 Samuel. All these are going to be Samuels. So if Samuel does 0 sign up, Samuel, what happens here? It is simply a reflection. This is what happens. It's simply a projection. You are a projection of the organization. You know how a projector works? Let me draw Samuel. Samuel, do you have trousers on or short? You have shorts on. Don't call my guy transgender. He's not transgender. This is male. Sawa, this is Samuel. Oh, good. Let's make Samuel black. Because he's from Africa, right? Samuel is from Africa. Let's say he has abs, 6-pack. Samuel has some 6-pack. Samuel has shoes. Okay, so this is Samuel. Is it true? So, whoever Samuel is actually a projection of other people in his organization. So for Samuel to change this projection, Samuel must change. Do you understand? So when Samuel raises his hand, other people, they raise hands here. Do you understand? Yes. Samuel gets a sign up, other sign ups come here to everyone in the team. Because the team that Samuel has is simply a projection of who he is. Because Samuel is duplicating himself to his organization. And no one is coming to be in Samuel's team and grow better than Samuel. Because they will want to do what Samuel has done. Samuel sets the benchmark. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for this to change, this must change. So if you hear somebody saying, my team is not just producing, my team members are not just coming to meetings, I call them, they don't come to trainings, I call them, a fruit does not fall far from a tree. Do you understand? Ama matunda inaanguka mbali sana na mti. Kama huyu jamaa kuna tabia mbaya ako hapa, integrity, alisoma kwa nani? If this guy knows how to recruit, alisoma kwa nani? Exactly. Oh, you say my downline is this, my downline is that. Yes, this is you. My downlines are you. Your downlines are you. Oh, my downlines are this, my downlines, oh, you got pregnant. You also did the same. So they are simply a reflection of who you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? They learn something from you. So this fruit does not fall far away from the tree. This is a tree. The branches. When the fruit falls, it falls somewhere here, where Isaac Newton is sleeping. You understand? Hello? Exactly. I think that's it. I don't have much on the game plan. The only thing I have is to say that to think is easy, to act is difficult, to act as one thinks is the most. To think is very easy. To act is the most difficult is to act as you think. And you know why most of you will become successful? It's because it is very difficult. And so everyone else will not do it, but you will make a decision to do it. Yes. Do you understand? Yes. You need to stand out. You see, there's never been there's never been secrets that are not shared. Everything else that people are doing is out there. Ni venye sasa inakuanga ngumu. Saa zingine ni ngumu sana. Ngumu. And not everybody will follow through. Watu watakai kuifanya, lakini mnajua kitu inafaa ifanywe. Kabisa hakuna mtu ajui, lakini watu wengi hawaifanyangi. If you're in a place where this is what you're saying to yourself, if you just show me how to do it, I will do it, then you have high chances of becoming successful. And that's all that I wanted. 5 years ago, I wanted, don't do it for me. My upline sometimes are tempted to sponsor people below my network. I told him, concentrate in other places. My place is sorted. Do not put spillovers here. I'm sorted. I know how I will do it. Do you understand? He attempted to put his accounts below my network. I told him, no, go put your accounts there. You'll waste your time doing it here because I am ready. Do you understand? Hello, do you understand? Some of you, you see, if you are acting like a victim or you are very needy, you don't have any power. But if you know, the only thing you need to do is to learn, and you will go on and do it yourself, you have a lot of power. You are a very powerful person. Why? Because even if the person who other people are waiting for them to show up doesn't show up, you still become successful anyway. So you're waiting for someone to come and motivate you. What if they don't show up? What if they don't come? Because you don't have that power to let them come. If they decide not to come, what will you do? Keep moving anyway. So stronger is discipline than just motivation. So the next 90 days is for you to develop discipline, not just motivation. So the pre-launch has begun from today to 8th. And as I said, K3 have their game plan beginning on 30th. Ours is beginning on 10th. If you belong to the office in K3 5th floor, please go and join the team. I'm hoping that you only came here to learn, not to follow. To be a student, not to be a follower. Do you understand? Hello? So 90 days is simply a 90 days of pain for a lifetime of freedom. Or a lifetime of pain for 1 day of freedom. And that is the day that you die. Now you become free. Your soul goes to rest. That might be that day of freedom and all the years of pain, or you can take some few days of pain and the rest of your life for freedom. Who makes that decision? You make that decision. No one is coming to make that decision for you. You have to sit down individually and decide, if it will happen, I will make it happen. If I will fail, I'm going to be responsible for that failure. But then, we have resources, we have people who are going to assist you. We have a team, an amazing organization to assist you do that. But even if Jesus Christ comes here today, the things that he will do for you, you have to do them for you and yourself. And all the things that he won't do for you, even if he comes today, Jesus comes today, is personal development. He cannot help develop you. And you know all what you need to become successful is to develop you. The you that I'm seeing right now cannot take you to the places that you want to go. You see, this you who is seated here today cannot help you become successful. You cannot help you. But that you who needs to carry you to become successful needs to be developed by you. So you need to give birth to that person who will drive you to the place that you want to go. So stop focusing on anything else and focus on this person who is within. Because success is within, it's not without. It's not external, it is internal. So if you work on you, if you become better, everything else changes, everything else becomes better. You think your friends hate you until you develop, and immediately everybody loves you. Because the problem has never been them, it has always been you. So tell your neighbor the mountain is you. Tell your neighbor the mountain is you. I'm not your neighbor. Tell your neighbor the mountain is you. Yes, you are the mountain to yourself. You are the problem to yourself, and you're also the solution to yourself. Do you understand? Hello? So thank you so much. I'm glad that you came to the pre-launch today, and I'm hoping that what you learned here, you'll also teach it to your team. True or not true? So let me welcome back Mr. Tony to complete the meeting. Thank you so much. Karibu kiongozi.